Paul McBeth missed the cut line for the first time in his total career, but definitely his professional career. That was set on coverage.
So weird.
That is a big deal.
It was bizarre. So
I just don't understand it.
The cut was at 47th plus ties. I believe Paul ended up in like 51st. And as far as I know, there's like nothing going on other than just a bad weekend.
I think what had to have happened, because like we weren't watching Paul in coverage because he wasn't being shown. But I saw the top players playing coverage, and yeah, it was super windy. But like, if you're good at disc golf and you're throwing the right angles and you know how to play in the wind, which Paul
that's
does,
the thing, is everyone played in the same wind.
So it had to be just be a lapse of mental toughness at some point.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming what happened is as it started to pile up on him, it must have just gotten so frustrating, and that must have led to the ultimate collapse. Because you can play in that wind. I mean, Ricky just shot 10 under par for the tournament in those conditions.
So round one, he was 2 strokes off the pace, and then he just fell off. But the thing that like makes me just confused, well, not even really confused, is if you look at the top guys, you have Ricky, Chris, Calvin, and then typically Paul. Those are like the top 4. Ricky, first place. Calvin, we just said, was 10th place. Chris Dickerson, 8th place.
Yeah.
So like those guys, even with the win, are still up there.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he got hurt. I don't know. There's got to be something more to it, because like it just.
I think
he is just too good at disc golf though. Like that's what confuses me, is like he is too good at disc golf to play that bad.
I think it might have just been a mixture of wind and just the mental toll.
I would just. Because like
Anthony Barella beat him, which does that mean
he gets the BMW?
Terry was very adamant about on coverage.
Yeah, dude. Terry was like
Terry's making sure that BMW is going to Anthony Barella.
AB owes Terry a few free lifts in that BMW, I think. And I honestly, I'm going to put this on the show right now. I will offer to drive the BMW to AB.
Okay.
So if you need,
that's so crazy.
If you need a middleman, because the BMW's here and AB's all the way in Arizona. I'm on a high coming off that last drive.
Just be clear, my official take is that I love the bucket hat. I think that
okay.
I think
we're back to that.
I think that Ricky looks sick.
Yeah, it was great.
And also, I thought they were going to be like obnoxious dinosaurs, but they're like the little dinosaurs, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
I mean, so outside of Paul missing the cut, not a lot of like shocking players missed the cut. No one else. I'm not scrolling through his list and being like, oh my word, like Albert Tam missed it, but like that happens. Zach Melton missed it. That happens. Like there's a lot of guys that like can be up top, but can also be pretty low. And so it's not like like Paul's the only one that missed the cut that wasn't a DNF. That's pretty shocking. That's the other thing too, is like, when it was getting bad, if he was injured, you would have thought he DNF'd.
That's true.
Because GMC a few years ago, his ankle, I think it was, or whatever, or his back maybe, he DNF'd.
I don't know.
Like when necessary, you will DNF.
Have we seen an Instagram post yet?
Not that I've seen.
I want to know what's going on.
So we might have to add that to the Instagram segment if there is one. But that was obviously a shocking storyline. I think it speaks, A, to the randomness of the wind. Yes, but everyone else played in the wind, so you can't say anything about that. And B, I think just it speaks somewhat to how good the field is.
And it's one thing to like, there's a randomness to the wind. It's one thing to lose a few strokes to the field based on just getting unlucky with the wind, but you don't lose by that much. To the field.
No. Like if you
had to just flat out throw awful shots.
Like Calvin Heimberg coming in 10th. Something like that, where he's normally in the top 5 or whatever, or even like if he would have slipped down to 20th. Yeah, that could have a lot to do with the wind and just making a few mistakes here and there.
Right.
But like I said, when you have Calvin, Chris, and Ricky still coming in the top 10, then you can only say so much about the conditions, because like the best guys were still in the top 10, minus Paul. So that was obviously a pretty shocking storyline that we were watching unfold. And, obviously I think that I like cuts. I like when cuts are there in general. I think it definitely made the round 3 more interesting.